But we have to ask the question, why? Of course, the ultimate why, the why does God give miracles? Why do miracles occur ever? Of course, we've already said, the ultimate why is that God would be glorified through the extension of the gospel. Sure. Let's ask a bit more practical. Because God you could do anything to extend the gospel. God does do all sorts of things. That's the point of this whole series. He does preaching, he uses fellowship, he uses miracles. We're going to see persecution and bad political, legal action. We're going to see evangelism and mission. All sorts of things that God does. Why does he use miracles? What specific things does God use miracles to do? And the answers are plentiful. One of the purposes is to confirm the message. This is one of the reasons that we see miracles in such high regularity around the ministry of the apostles. It's because they were a unique generation of those men that were given to give new revelation from heaven. This was new mysteries being unfolded. There was a concentration of a large degree of miracles around their ministry, because part of what miracles do is confirm the messengers from heaven. In fact, Nicodemus speaks to this when he comes and meets Jesus by night, and he says, "We know that you are from God because you do things that only a man sent from God can do." And this is some measure in which the New Testament gives us. It's not absolute, is it? It's not absolute at all, because Paul says in 2 Corinthians 11, John says in 1 John 4, that when you see miracles, when you see an evidence of spiritual activity, question it, test it, be careful, because if the devil himself can dress up like an angel of light, then no doubt also his messengers can heal your wrist and raise your dog and promise you finances. They can do some miraculous things, no doubt. That itself is no sign. And yet, God is pleased in his revelation to show us that he will use miracles every now and then in order to confirm the message. Moses, even if you think back to Moses, that was a mindset of Moses. He was called by God in the burning bush, go and speak to my people. And he says, they won't believe me. How can I convince them? And God gives to him the miracle working power to be able to do certain things specifically because the people need convincing. Now, was it absolute? No, because even the Pharaoh's magicians were able to do some miraculous works, and yet, overarchingly, the message was, God has sent this man because of and is confirming the message preached because of the great powers that accompany him. It was also the case for Elijah. Do you remember? One of my favorite Old Testament passages, the place where I get my cultural engagement examples from, Elijah up on the mountain of Carmel, challenging the prophets of Baal, and we go, how about this? A little bit of divine chess. Your God versus my God. Let's put 2 cows up on these altars. You call your God to set your altar on fire. I'll wait a while, pour some water on mine, and then ask my God to set it on fire, and we'll see whose God is real. And the miraculous power is granted, of course, to Elijah. Why? To confirm, not to the Baalite priests. They got shriveled up in the flames that came down and then hacked to pieces those who were left. Awesome. The message was for the Israelites, the people of God, those seeing, those hearing, that God blessed the right preacher. He blessed the true message with the divine power of miracles.